Hello, everybody. How you doing? This is Lakers Talk with Gerald, episode number 44. Thank you for joining me here. It has been a while. Once again, I've taken a little bit of time in between these sessions lately. That's just what it's been. Life has been going on. I have not been forgetting about these Lakers. I still am a Lakers fan, even though we are not in the playoffs. There's nobody to see. None of our Lakers players are in there, doing what we do. But that doesn't mean I am not a Lakers fan, and that does not mean that this Lakers podcast has gone away. This podcast has not been shelved for the summer or things like that. We are still going. I'm going to keep them going as we are in the off season. But there's a lot of things coming up. There's a lot of things to talk about still with our Lakers. And the latest things I'm going to talk about exactly are, well, we're just going to, we're done with the Magic departure thing. He has left us. We're just going to brush over that a little bit. We're going to talk about Luke Walton, no longer with the team, his mutual agreement to depart or firing. Some would see it one of those ways. We also have our new coach search. Who are we going to hire? We have looked at Monty Williams, Tyronn Lue. We've looked at even Jason Kidd, is what's been rumored, been talked about. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about what LeBron and Lonzo Ball felt when they heard about Magic departing, that they were shocked. They did not know about it. Some people believe that LeBron might have knew something or had something to do with it, but no one knew, so he was shocked, and we're going to talk about people's reaction to that, or what you think about that. And then, really, what's next for our Lakers? What do we have to look forward to this off season? We're going to talk about things like the draft lottery that's coming up, and then the draft itself, and then the players that we're looking to possibly get. So those are things we can discuss during this time. If you are here in the background, that's a little bit of Miles Davis going there in the background, just to ease, and, those who know me and been listening, that I like that easy listening. And, just to have it in the background while we're talking about these Lakers. All right. So, well, let's dive right into it then. Let's talk about Magic and departing when he did. As you heard in the last podcast, I was shocked. I was upset, actually. I was very upset when I found out that Magic had just quit. Because, to me, it was supposed to have been a 3-year process. He started president of basketball operations right at the mid-season 2 years ago or so, right? So, he had finished that season, and then in the off season, he brought in Lonzo Ball, hyped Lonzo Ball up, say he's gonna be the next, great thing. He's gonna have his name up in the rafters, stuff like that. Magic was getting all of us hyped. Cool. Then this past off season, Magic got LeBron James. He delivered, and then Magic was like, yeah, we back. Next year we're gonna be back this off season coming up. Because he was referring to us getting a big-time free agent like the likes of a Kawhi Leonard or Kevin Durant or Jimmy Butler or somebody like that to pair alongside of LeBron James. So that's why we were so hyped about Magic. He gave us hope because all those years where the brothers of Jeannie Buss weren't running things so great, they didn't have any respect, we weren't getting any interviews with free agents, none of that kind of stuff. So Magic coming got us so hyped. He gave us vision. He gave us excitement about the future. Because, everybody knows around the league that Magic is well respected amongst all the NBA players past and present. So him representing us now gave the Lakers a whole new, growth, a whole new outlook. Because now we can expect now to no longer get bypassed by these other free agents out there. They're going to give us looks, and they're going to actually talk to us now. So that's, what I expected. So, this offseason coming up was going to be big because Magic was going to go out there and be able to charm the likes of a Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, somebody like that, they're going to look at our franchise and it's going to seem a lot better. Well, it's kind of twofold that hurt when Magic left, because one, now we're like, man, who's going to be that person in an organization that people want to come talk to and look forward to and get that excitement from. And we can't really say who that is. I can't say who that is. Jeannie Buss is okay, Rob Pelinka, he's okay, but none of these people, they don't seem like people person. They're not, charismatic and things like that have you wanting to come to their team. So really, everybody, that's really why I was upset when Magic left. But Magic is now gone, and so now we got to look forward. So next thing is right after that, Luke Walton. It was rumored that Magic and Rob Pelinka were going to fire Luke Walton right after the season, and so that's what we expected. But then right when Magic announced that he was leaving, we didn't quite know what was going to happen with Luke Walton because we had heard that he was kind of favored. Jeannie Buss kind of liked him and didn't quite want to get rid of him. So we were kind of not knowing, was he going to stay now that Magic is gone, or is he going to also still get fired? So end up being a mutual quote unquote agreement between Luke Walton and the franchise that he was just gonna depart and move on. The funny thing is, I think it was like 24 hours later that he was rumored to be in talks with the Sacramento Kings, and not even 48 hours later, if not a total of 24, that he was now in agreement to be the next coach of the Sacramento Kings. So apparently he already knew, had talks with Sacramento already, that he was going to be the next coach of the Sacramento Kings. So that's what that is. You know what? And actually, he's actually got a lot of good young guys on Sacramento Kings. One would argue that they have a brighter future than our young guys. I don't know. Only time is to tell. Well, I know. I believe our young guys is really good, but they also have some really good young guys too. So I'm not gonna, deny that either. I am a realist. De'Aaron Fox has been looking real nice. They got a bunch of pieces that are looking pretty good, but Lakers are still going to be nice this year. So, all right. So that's Luke Walton, no longer with the team. So then we start looking for another coach. There's three guys that were heavily rumored to be the three that the Lakers were interviewing and looking at, and even got second interviews with. And those guys were Tyronn Lue, Monty Williams, and then Jason Kidd. So Tyronn Lue and Monty Williams, I know they had got both a couple interviews each from what I heard. And, I kind of was favoring Monty Williams. I don't know. For some reason, he just seems like the more stable guy. He seems more respected to me. He just seems like a steadier coach. For some reason, I don't really know my thinking on that. That's more so that I just feel like he would be the better guy. However, lately, it looks like the Phoenix Suns were moving in on trying to get Monty Williams. So it looks like he's probably close to signing with them. And, rumors have been lately that the Lakers have been decided on Tyronn Lue, and that we were close to, giving him an offer. Well, I've been checking each day the last couple of days just to see if there are any rumors, and if I see anything about us actually giving him a contract, and I have not been seeing anything yet. Everything I keep reading is that we are close. The other thing I have saw about Tyronn Lue is I was online going through Twitter, I believe, and watching videos and trends, and there was a video of Tyronn Lue celebrating his birthday, and he had a Lakers themed birthday cake with it on it, saying new coach or welcome coach or something like that. So and you look at it, it has him standing next to the cake. It's got lights and it's got Lakers on it, and you can zoom in and see something about coach on there. So some people will say, well, he was a Lakers player, so maybe that's from back then. Well, it did say something about welcome coach. So, other people say, oh, well, maybe his face was just, it was one of those things where somebody just put his face on there. It's kind of hard to tell, guys. I don't know. That's highly suspicious. This just popping up all of a sudden when the rumors are the Lakers going to sign him. So maybe he's been told already, agreement. It just hasn't been put out. I don't know. I don't know if this is just a timing thing or what they're actually waiting for. Not quite sure. But it looks like any day now we could be hearing that the contract has been signed and he is back, and he is the Lakers coach. You know what? I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about Tyronn Lue. I don't know. I feel kind of like he was with LeBron James. He was coaching him the last couple years. It kind of felt like he wasn't running the team. It kind of felt like, LeBron James was more powerful as when he wanted to put his influence on things, he could, which it is LeBron James. So hey, you know, it's all good. Well, if we do sign Tyronn Lue, I just hope that we have enough good assistant coaches to back him up and to be a good team and coach the right way. And when I say coach the right way, I just mean being able to having stability, come up with coaching philosophies that you stick to, lineups that you stick to, consistency with your players and how you play them, how many minutes you give them, how how your temperament with the players. All that is a part of being a good coach. So, only time will tell. I'm gonna do a little bit of research on more of him with Cleveland, but it's really gonna tell when he gets to the Lakers and we watch and see how he coaches, the little things he does, and we really won't know until the season start. Really, we'll be able to see some things, but you won't really know his coaching style with this team and how it plays out until he starts. The season goes along, players are rotating, minutes happen, all that good stuff. So we will see. We will find out if Tyronn Lue is the new coach of the Lakers. And yeah. Hey, next up, LeBron James on his show. He actually has a show that he does every so often. It comes on, and he's got a bunch of players, and they're sitting around talking about just everyday life things, all kind of stuff, and they kind of keep it real. At least they curse and they talk and they whatever they comes off their mind, they just say, talk about, laugh about. Well, the latest one I saw had, of course, LeBron James and a bunch of his other people, friends, and Lonzo Ball was on it, and so what I heard about was they kind of discussed about how they were shocked that when Magic announced. Um, LeBron even said something to the effect as he was like, "Man, I thought Magic would at least came and said, hey, LeBron, I'm about to leave and kiss my ass or something, But he said Magic didn't even do that. So I mean, he was quoted as saying that if you just you watch it, and he'll say like he didn't come say, hey, LeBron, kiss my ass, I'm out, something like that, to that effect. I mean, it just kind of sounds. I mean, he definitely did not tell LeBron at all. And it sounds like LeBron was a little, perturbed by it. I mean, I would have been a little bit too. To be honest, I mean, that's how I felt. And so, I mean, LeBron did sign a 3-year contract with a 1-year option. So he's still got at least 2 years left with the Lakers. He can't opt out. Now he's not going to demand a trade, nothing like that. He's going to get. He's still going to ride with the team because it's where he committed to. And he's just going to probably do his best to go recruit players. How now, LeBron. Earlier I asked about who's going to be that person after Magic leaves that's going to attract other players, and who's going to be that person people are going to want to come see and play with. Well, now it's all LeBron. It's all LeBron. He's going to have to be that biggest recruiter. I mean, it really is when it comes to talking to the players and interacting and trying to, get guys to, believe in what's, how good we can be, things like that. It's going to have to be LeBron James. Like, hey, look, I'm still good. I'm coming into my 18th season, but I'm still in great shape. Look at the numbers. I'm still averaging 27, 8 and 9. I'm still doing this, guys. We can build something great with your young legs like a Kawhi Leonard. You can come in here and you can now we can be alpha 1 and alpha 2. And we can dominate and run this, and we can put a hurting in a Western Conference. He's gonna have to just hype it up. He's gonna have to talk to these guys, be in their ear, having conversations with them, taking them out to dinner, go play golf, go to the whatever they do. I don't know, when you rich guy stuff, they go out and do some rich guy stuff, go on a yacht, and go, do it up and yam it up. That's what LeBron is gonna have to do. And and I believe he is. I believe he has been doing that. I mean, I've been hearing rumors that Kawhi Leonard maybe want to come to the Lakers, but it's hard for me to believe any of these rumors when he's still playing and fighting, trying to, in the Eastern Conference right now in the playoffs. We don't even know if he's going to make it to the championship. If he makes it to the championship, all that stuff goes out the window. What if he wins the championship? What if something happens to Golden State and Toronto ends up winning it all? So why would he want to then come to the Lakers? All these things are yet to be answered, so it's hard for me to believe these rumors until the season is fully over and we know exactly what the fate is Toronto and all these other teams in the playoff race. So that's the way I see it. We'll find out when the season ends for each one of these teams, and I'm going to be keeping track of that. Right now, Toronto, I believe Toronto has been playing, and they've been playing pretty decent. But they're playing the 76ers, and that's actually 76ers have been doing a lot better than I thought in this matchup. I thought Toronto was going to have their way with them because the 76ers aren't as experienced as the Raptors are. Well, I mean, the series is actually tied 2-2 now. I didn't think that was going to be the case. I thought the Raptors would be up more like 3-1 by this point, but they're not. It's actually a series, so we're going to see what happens. And then, I'm looking forward to that. I don't want the 76ers to get by. I kind of want the Raptors to, but I shouldn't be thinking that because that just makes it more likely that, Kawhi won't stay there the further they go. So I really should be saying the opposite. But, all right, guys, then we have the draft lottery coming up. The draft lottery is going to be on the 14th of May, and we could possibly get somewhere decent draft pick. I think right now we're somewhere like 11th. Actually, we're somewhere like, out of 14 draft spots, we might have the 11th or 12th best chances to get, like the 11th or 12th pick or something like that, right? The odds say that, it's like a lottery. So, yeah, we had super, super small odds, but it is possible we can get the number one pick. However, that's just like winning the lottery almost, and not quite as bad as those odds, but, it's highly unlikely. Somehow we get lucky and get somewhere a top 5 pick. That would be great. I haven't really looked at this year's draft class too much, but we'll be getting on that in a later episode and talking about that. But first is the draft lottery, and once again, that is May 14th. I don't have the time on me, but we will get to that. And then, depending on what draft pick we get, later down the line in June or so, we will have the draft itself, and then we'll analyze, what kind of players we can look to get and see how they can help our team. Well, guys, that is going to pretty much wrap it up on all the topics in this Lakers Talk with Gerald, episode number 44. Everybody, thank you for staying with me. And please come back and be there for episode number 45. That's going to be coming out in just a few days. And, that's going to do it. Lakers Talk with Gerald. We are officially out.